On today's show, taking an overview on what tonight's last football game of the season has in store. And Kaylee Johnson previews the upcoming soccer season. These stories and more on this edition of HTN Daily. Hello Blue Hawk Nation, I'm Khshaeta, Cama, and we're live from Studio 1060. Today marks the first episode of Season Pass, where each Friday we give you all the sports information you need to know. But first, here's today's announcements. If you're considering leveling down from any honors or AP classes at the end of this semester, you must first communicate with the teacher of that class. If after trying different help strategies you still wish to level down, then you must pick up the request drop in advanced academic class form, which you can find in the counselor's office or print it off at home. All forms will be due before Wednesday, December 16th. This will be the final leveling down process opportunity of the school year. For all you seniors out there trying to make your senior year a little more special, the Blue Hawk Yearbook has extended the senior tribute and ads deadline to today. If you'd like to order one and add a memorable piece of you into Rock Hill's first ever yearbook, visit www.jostensadservice.com. But order soon, for today is the last day you can order and make your mark. And now we have our first ever episode of Season Pass.
Thank you, Khshaeta. I'm here with your first ever Season Pass show that we air every single Friday, where we will talk about every single Blue Hawk sport you need to know. Now, varsity football did have their first win last Friday against Lake Dallas. They were able to have a pretty good performance. Brenner Cox passed for 205 yards and rushed for 105 and 2 touchdowns, and also passed for 1 touchdown. And Donovan Shannon ran for 110 yards, and we had just an overall a good performance. We did have some amazing performance on the defense, like Joseph McGinnis II, who was named Defensive Player of the Week from the Dallas Morning News. And we also had a late rally in the fourth quarter that was caused by Luke Lamont when he punched out the ball, and Joseph McGinnis II was able to get the fumble recovery. Now, in the very last quarter, we were down around 4 points, and Brenner Cox threw a 3rd-and-1 bomb to Jaden Hall and was able to get the game-scoring touchdown. Now, can you tell me a little more about Lebanon Trail's offense and defense?
Okay, so Lebanon Trail we're going to be facing tonight. They've got a dual-threat quarterback and running back, so there's going to be a lot for our defense to handle. Their quarterback has 1,129 passing yards and 530 rushing yards. He also has 12 total touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the season. But their running back, Greg Hatley, also receives, does kick returns, and rushes the ball every single game. He's got 1,134 total purpose yards. So this defense is going to have a lot to prepare for both those players. However, their defense, on the other hand, it's a pick and choose game. Some games it's their pass defense that really steps up and maybe gets them the win, or it's their rush defense. Against Princeton, they shut down the run really well, but then allowed 393 passing yards. But then, however, against Frisco, they allowed 452 rushing yards, and that was immediately their downfall. So, Brendan, what do you have about our Rock Hill team?
So I feel like I've been saying the same thing every week now. Our run game is good. We've said it every single week ever since week 1, where Donovan went off completely, and he was leading 5A that week in rushing yards. So Juan said earlier he had about 110 rushing yards last week, but then Brenner also had 105. So that's 215 rushing yards we had. So if that run defense doesn't show up, then we're going to be able to run on them and really take control of that game. And then really something more important that Rock Hill has been doing is getting important plays when they need it. Think about Memorial, even though we lost, they got that big touchdown when they were down 8 in the last drive, and 4th and 30, and they got to 8 in Houston, and they scored a touchdown. Now, they may have not gotten the 2-point conversion, but they're still able to show that they can drive down the field and get important touchdowns, along with last week when they needed a touchdown at the end of the game, then Brenner Cox to that dot to the end zone, and then we won the game, our first ever win.
Now, football season is about to end, but girls soccer season is starting next week. Kaylee Johnson is on the field with varsity player on what this season will bring.
I'm Kaylee Johnson, and I'm here with Noemi Mistretta, who's going to tell us about the upcoming soccer season. So with being a new team, do you guys feel like you're ready for the season?
Personally, I think we are. We've been working really hard for the past 3 months, and we've been doing really well, so I think we are, yeah.
What kind of things have you been doing to prepare?
We've been doing some passing drills a lot, and we've been just talking to each other a lot to get to know each other better. We've been doing shooting drills, and we're getting ready for a couple of scrimmages coming up to get us prepared for the season.
Okay, and I know you guys scrimmage Prosper on December 10th. How do you think that's going to go?
It's going to be a really tough game, personally, but knowing my team, if we just work hard and believe, we can do it, and we'll do well.
Okay, thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
For HTN Season Pass, I'm Kaylee Johnson. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. Now, before we end off the show today, I just want to let you know that varsity football does play their last game tonight at 7 at the Star, and varsity girls basketball does play tonight at 5. Now, that's going to do it for today's show. For Season Pass, I'm Juan Duron.
I'm Connor Fuxa.
I'm Brandon McVay. Mask up and rock on.